All right, hey everybody. So it is December 13th, almost Christmas. So tonight I wanted to talk about, and I wanted this to be very open, so feel free to chat, unmute, just kind of keep it flowing here. I am going to share a little something that Kim Carver announced that is coming up, which is going to be super cool. I don't have all the details, but I'm going to share what I do know. One of the things I wanted to kind of talk about tonight, so around this time, I would say around the 14th is about, so tomorrow is about when I tell people that anything that they order from this point on, they may not get for Christmas time. I know there was another deadline that is in the FAQ, which is even earlier than this, but it's always been the 14th for me. If people order by the 14th, they've always seemed to get it, just to kind of give you an idea. But the cool thing is whatever people are ordering, chances are it's coming with Beachbody On Demand, and so they'll get it within minutes anyway. So they'll just have to wait for, you know, their Shakeology or their Performance Line or whatever that they're ordering. So as they talked about as Micah talked about in the National Wake Up Call, this is not the time to just say, all right, cool, I'm going to enjoy my family for the next few weeks and I'll be back January 1st. Peace out, everybody, right? But it also doesn't have to be the time where you're like, you know, working like crazy either. So she talked a ton about, which is what I wanted to talk about too, it's just having that 1 hour of focused business time, still showing up for your workouts. Our challengers really need us to still show up every day in our challenge groups. We can't take the next 2.5 weeks off and let everybody down, right? Like, we've got to show up. We've still got to be there. There's no reason for us to just completely unplug for the next few weeks. And basically, one of the huge things she shared, which I just really want to get across, is the fact that people are going to be looking for something for the new year. They're going to want to join a gym, a group fitness place, Weight Watchers, something. There's going to be commercials everywhere, on TV, on the radio. They're going to be everywhere. And so it's your job to be the commercial, right? Be there for everyone on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, so that people know that they can come to you. I have heard in the last 8.5 years so much where someone's like, you know, one of the reasons why I joined you is because you show up every single day. Like, I know I can count on you. And I've heard, like Micah had shared on the National Wake Up Call, I've heard numerous times as well, which I'm sure you have, someone coming in and saying, I don't have a coach anymore. I don't know where they went. They disappeared. Like, they don't show up anymore. Or I do have a coach, but it doesn't appear that they're working the business and they don't invite me to challenge groups, or whatever that may be. And so you want to be someone that people can rely on. I would want to join a coach who shows up every day that I can rely on. And so you just have to make sure that you're still showing up every day. This doesn't have to be the time where you're like creating new things, learning new things, figuring new things out. You're just gonna be here for the next few weeks. So just make sure you don't go away, right? And she talked about making it fun. So Nicole is posting on the coach's page. She's doing the 12 days of fitness or something like that, right? And she's sharing days 1, 2, 3, and 4. And she's giving you guys graphics to use, which has been great as well, to share all over your social media. So something about making it fun, making sure your Instagram stories are fun. You know, there's lots of fun little GIFs out there that you can add to your Instagram stories, and just make it exciting, make it fun, making sure you're adding value, making sure you're working the business every day with intention and doing it with focus, even though, you know, it only has to be an hour. I'm not asking you to, you know, leave your family and not celebrate the holidays and work this business like crazy, but just don't go away for the next few weeks. Make sure you're still showing up, because it's going to be the new year. People are going to be looking for you. People are going to be looking for a way to get healthy and fit. You want to be in the forefront and in front of people, so that you're the first person that comes to their mind when they're like, oh, you know what? I actually been thinking about doing some sort of health and fitness program. And so you want to be showing up every day. So this is the time you want to get creative on sharing about Shakeology, sharing about the performance line, sharing about the portion controlled containers, the 2B mindset. Like, just start sharing. Pick something each day a new piece of product that you share each day. So if we're only sharing our fitness all the time, then that's all people think we have. Right? And so you've got to make sure you're getting that superfood shake in there. You've got to make sure you're talking about the performance line. I am very tired tonight. I'm having my Energize just so I can talk to you guys. So just sharing little things like that on your Instagram stories. Whatever you're coming up with. This is a great, you know what? This is a great time of year to play around with the Shakeology recipes. There's a great Shakeology pie out there. Mark made it before, and it's really, really good. I don't know how he did it, but there's a recipe out there. And the energy balls, and just like use this time to use Shakeology for fun desserts that people can take or, try as well. What else? I think that was it. So the other thing I want to just kind of, for those of you who it's your first time, kind of this beginning of the year type thing, January, 1st through the 10th still may be slow, right? People are still kind of coming off of the Christmas high and the bills and things like that. So just know that the end of January through like mid-March is like a huge time. Is like the ideal time. So getting people started on that January 14th date is going to be huge to get, because that's when everyone is going to be there. Yes, Nessa. Nicole is sharing those graphics in the coach page for you to use. Yep. Nope. She put them up there for you guys. Yep. She made a post tonight saying, here's days 3 and 4. Feel free to use them. So, yep, they are for everyone to use. I also put in our Dropbox link of Shakeology. So if you search in the Team Passion Coach page, Shakeology Dropbox, the link will come up. So Cindy makes us a superfood graphic to use every Friday about an ingredient that's in Shakeology. I put them all in the Dropbox link last week. I went in and copied and pasted and put them all in there. So that stuff is all in there. Please don't slow down with Transform 20. Keep showing yourself using the step, doing the 20 minutes, doing the Transform in 10, doing the Transform in 15. Keep showing up with that, because we have a whole month still to launch this. Keep launching this program. The other things I would be launching is the portion control containers, or 2B mindset. Shakeology. Just be pushing, not pushing, but just be launching everything at all times for people to get a hold of, and so that they know that there's something for them. And make sure you're sharing tidbits of your story throughout the day or throughout the week. A lot of this time of year for me, and the beginning of the year, is a lot of reflection, and so I'm constantly sharing little pieces of my story on how life was like and how it is now and what I'm looking forward to the future. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure your pictures are really good on social media, like with lighting. They don't have to be all filtered up. My Instagram is horrible in that sense, but just make sure it's got good lighting and people can see you. That's what I mean by having a good picture. So yes, so that, anybody else have any other ideas on what they're kind of doing to make sure you're finishing the end of this year strong? What did you take away from the National Wake Up Call? Has anyone thought about after the holidays, like having a day after Christmas like marketing plan going while people are kind of winding down with family. That would be a good time to kind of put your marketing plan together, making sure you know that you're kind of on plan to what to share, when to share. Does anyone have anything they want to add? So next week, feel free to interrupt me if you have something you want to jump in with. I think I have a team call on the schedule. I don't know if I'll do it as a team call or I'll do something live, but I do kind of want to pull out again our calendars that we were making, that we made like in November, and kind of pull out these blank calendars. I'll see if I can find the December one and then the January one so that we can write out our marketing plan together to make sure we are scheduled to really kick off the new year strong. Let me write that down. December, January marketing plan. So I'll make sure you guys have that kind of before the holidays so that we can really be ready to hit the ground running right after. But again, super important that you're showing up each day on social media, showing people that even though you're busy, even though it's a stressful time, a busy time, that you're making yourself a priority and sharing that story, making sure you're tapping into the pain points of people, which potentially is in your story. So really starting to be creative with that. So last night on the, first let me share one thing. So it's two things I have to share. I don't know if everyone saw, but Jeff Hill is retiring. Yes, Cindy, I know. We were all very shocked. He announced it on the 5-star wall the other day, and we were like, oh my gosh. He's taking time to be with his family. So as of right now, he doesn't have a plan to go anywhere else, is what he had said. But he's taking time to be with his family. He's been working the past almost 9 years, I think now, with Beachbody, and has infused his priorities a little bit, and his family didn't always be put first, and he's, making sure that becomes number one priority. So nothing's changing as of right now. I don't know who's doing the National Wake Up Call. We don't know all of that. But yes, so sad news to see Jeff go, but the team that he has built and brought over in Kim Carver and all of those, that amazing sales team, will just keep it running, keep it rocking. So Kim shared last night, I think, this video came up on the 5-star page, and they're doing something. So you know how when we launch a new program, there's all these packs and bundles, right? And we try to do trainings on them. Corporate does trainings. We're like, there's so many options, right? And so for me, I do like every training that's offered, and then I go into the coach office and I write it all in my own notes, like how my brain needs to understand it. I print out pieces of paper. I have them attached. I'm like, okay, if somebody's on Beachbody On Demand, this is what they need, and I just map it all out, right? Well, they're coming up with a new, it's in beta testing right now, and after this call, I will post it in the Team Passion Coaches page so that you have an opportunity to start playing around with it. But it's in beta testing right now, but basically for every new program that comes out, is, from what I'm understanding, right now it's just for Transform 20, but there's a quiz that people can take. So it's really cool. So it asks if you're a customer, if you have Beachbody On Demand, blah, blah, blah. And then it asks specific questions. So Kim went through the questions in a video with us, which was basically like, what is your commitment level? Do you have trouble with nutrition? How's your energy? Like, so it asks these leading questions, and then at the end, it puts a package together for you. And so it will always give the person the best package, like which would be the mega pack, right? And then it gives them, I don't know how many options. Again, it's still in beta testing. You can start using it with customers though. Either you can send it to them or you can just ask them the questions. You know, it's not something you're going to want to just put out there and be like, take this quiz and see what pack's great for you, right? Like, you don't want to be all salesy like that. You want to use this as a tool so that you understand what the customer needs and what they could be getting. So you could technically take the quiz for them on your computer and ask them the question. So when you're on the phone with them or you're doing a Zoom with them, hey, and you just ask the questions, and it'll put a package together for you and for your customers. So this is going to be great for new coaches coming in too, who are like, what are all these packs, right? And so this is going to be a really great opportunity for us to do this and to be able to help our customers on even more of a deeper level, because we're always taking those types of like quizzes online and stuff, right? You know, we started when we were teenagers taking Cosmo quizzes, right? So these fun little, you know, questions that they ask. And I think it's a good, I think what we'll start using it for, and we'll just share ideas as you start using it, but I think what I'll start using it for is to, when I'm speaking to someone, okay, I need to ask you a few questions to help you choose your pack, and I'll kind of print out the questions and have them in front of me while I'm doing the quiz so that I can, you know, ask them. But we can just totally play around, see what's working for people. You can certainly send the quiz to people. So basically what's going to happen is once it's like up and running fully, you can send the quiz, say, hey, can you know, I know you're busy, I'm busy too, we don't have time to hop on a call, take this quiz so we can figure out which package is best for you. And you send them to, you do that quiz, they do that quiz on their own. And at the end, it'll say, this is what pack we, you know, I don't know, there's like a button that says, click here for your results or something. And your coach ID will be added to it. So if they go in the shopping cart and order themselves, your coach ID is attached to it. So that'll be out there when it's fully operational. Right now it's like an informational purpose that you would use it for, but when it's fully up and launched and running, that's how that will work. Your coach ID will be attached to it. But right now, you ask them all the questions and they say, yeah, that's the package I want. And you're like, okay, let me set, what's your email? And you do the share a cart. So keep doing it that way. But if later on when it does launch, you want to just send them the quiz and they get the option for a package, you'll get credit. So that sounds cool, right? All this technology stuff. Awesome. So I wanted to just thank you guys for this year, for this amazing year, for helping. I know I shared it the other day, but just for whatever reason, the daily Team Passion Business Activity Tracker was something I wanted to work so bad. Because I've always thought of this business as, okay, in order for you guys to work this business and be successful at it, you've got to break it down into 90-day plans, kind of like P90X, right? And you're having P90X in front of you. You have a calendar, or any of your programs, you have a calendar that says on this day you do chest and back, on this day you do, right? And you just do it and you check it off and you do it. And that's the vision I've had for a couple years, just like I've tried to put calendars together like that. Here's what you do each day. I've tried to put a job manual together. I've tried to do all these different things, but I really just saw this piece. I was like, okay, they need a place to come every day for accountability, but they need to know that they don't have to be perfect. And they need to know that this just like a challenge group, the coaches page, I wanted the coaches page to get just as exciting as our challenge group page because we lost our way a little bit. Oh my gosh, my computer's gonna die. Hold on. Sorry. I'm like, why am I dinging? I need a new computer, Santa. My battery dies in like an hour or less. Okay, so yeah, so I just had this vision of the business activity tracker and being it some sort of accountability for you and for me to see what everybody's doing without messaging people every day and being like, you know, how'd you do with your invite? Like it's just not how I've ever wanted to run my business and lead this team. Like I shouldn't have to chase you down in Messenger to see if you're working. It's not my job, right? And so for me to give you a place to be accountable that I can go see and read, and I do read every single post every single day. I may not comment, I may not have a lot to say, but I do read every single one, and and then I'll make maybe general comments of, hey, okay, it looks like we're missing that invite, you know, or wait, personal development isn't quite happening every day, you know, and you know, some people I won't put you know, do names, but people like, oh, it's me, right? And so that's okay that happens. So that was just something that I really have had a vision on. We did it last year, but it just never quite took off. And I was like, I'm just determined to do it every day this year until it takes off. And so I thank you for posting in that every day, because as much as it helps you, it helps me tremendously. And it helps me to create these team calls and the power hours and the business opportunities to know what your pain points are or what you need to work on and where we're at. And then it helps when you do. I know I'm working with about 15 of you that said they wanted some big things happening for 2019. So it helps for you to send me those messages too, being like, okay, you know, some of you, Heather, for example, sends me, you know, when she first started working with me last week, she would send me some conversations. Okay, what do I say now? What do I say now? And that's so helpful. And then she sent me a message and said, are you willing to do 3-way calls? Yes, absolutely. So those things where you can hear me speak to somebody else on the phone, I'm definitely willing to do that. Or if you send me a message, say, what do I say now? I'm definitely willing to do that, because I think the first 5 calls that Keith did with me were so helpful. I was like, okay, yep, I can hear him. And then I could present it myself after the first 5 calls. Or if I send you, okay, here's what I think you should say, and I'm talking through a conversation with you as an outsider, then you start thinking, okay, this makes sense. Yes, I should say this to this person. And then next week or next month, you're like, I got this, right? And you don't need me anymore. And that's the idea. The idea of me leading you is, you know, I do the work and you watch, and then you do the work and I watch, and then you do the work, right? And that's just kind of how it is. So if we do some 3-way calls together, by the 3rd or 4th call, you'll be running it and I'll be listening, just to give that little bit of feedback. And so so I'm definitely willing to open those up again. Absolutely. So good. I'm glad everybody finds that accountability piece huge for the business activity tracker. That means it's working. I appreciate that. All right, so we are ready to end 2018 with a bang. The Team Passion is coming completely out of their comfort zone. You guys are starting to share. We're starting to gain this momentum. This is big. So many of you, again, that I'm working with have sent me messages that, you know, I want to be diamond. And one of the first things I'm saying to you is, great, we've got to gain momentum, meaning you've got to sign 1 to 2 coaches a week consistently. And if you miss a week, again, that's okay. But the idea in your head is, getting coaches signed up, getting challengers signed up, like consistently. Like it shouldn't, if you have momentum, if you want to build momentum in this business, if signing one coach a month isn't the way to do it. That's going to suck. It's going to suck really bad to build that slow, and it's not going to be fun. Or building, or just helping one customer a month, or, you know, and again, you can do that, but nobody on this call wants to do that. I know you all. I can see all your faces. Nobody's ever said, I'm just here to be a hobby coach or a discount coach. You're all here to build. So one customer and one coach a month isn't enough in my eyes, right? And especially building that momentum to diamond and 2-star and 5-star. It's like gotta be, you do 1 to 2 coaches a month, and then you get your coaches started on that expectation of signing 1 to 2 coaches a week, and then 1 to 2 challengers a week. So 1 coach, 1 challenger, 1 coach, 1 challenger, 1 coach, 1 challenger, and just getting people in every week. It gains that big momentum spin. It makes this business fun. It's exciting. Many of you, I think I posted a little bit of this to Becky the other day, but just, you know, being years in this business and having these times where you've struggled and maybe felt like, gosh, can I really do this? Or what is missing? Or what can I fix? How do I do this? Literally, it's just that consistency. So I've seen Becky and Renee this entire year just keep going no matter what. And here we are in December with you ladies hitting Success Club more, helping, you know, building your, signing coaches more than just Emerald. You've got 4, 5, 6 coaches in your downline. You've got maybe 1 or 2 working coaches. Like, it's starting to kick off because of consistency and persistence. Like, you just can't give up. They are out there. The people are out there. You just have to completely believe that you can do this. So, and that momentum shift will make this business really, really fun, for sure. All right, anything else? I should probably stop drinking Energize at 9 o'clock. As you saw the tone of the beginning of this call 30 minutes ago, and now I'm like, right, everybody, okay? Are we doing this? Like, stuff works. Crazy. All right. Well, thank you for joining me. As always, it makes for a fun call when I have other faces to look at. If I'm talking to myself and hitting record button, that's no fun. So I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys. You know, we're not done yet. We're going to end 2018 with a bang. December is always, literally, you guys, my biggest month of the year. Why? Because I make it my biggest month of the year. Like, when people are saying to me, like, oh, it's Christmas, I don't know, it's holidays. Great, put it under the tree. This is for you. Put it under the tree. Like, you just put it on, tell them. I bought myself 3 workout pants, and tomorrow night, oh shoot, I forgot to get a sports bar today at Target. I need to buy myself a new sports bar at Target. Like, it just whatever. Just get that mentality in for them that they can put this under the tree for themselves. So let's just finish this year strong so that 2019 starts with such confidence, such momentum, and we'll just, many of you that have these goals of Diamond, 2-star, Premier, Elite, that new road to leadership. Let's get that first quarter. Let's get some of that under your belt and done with. So you're not waiting till now going, I would love to be elite on December 3rd, because that's not going to happen. So you have to make sure January, February, March, where we've got some of that happening, those roads to elite. We'll start talking about that. We'll have Jeff Matheson do a team call on that, so you know the rungs and the different steps in the road to get there, so that you can shoot for things. It's like I shared in that live video today about Darren Hardy. You know, we don't want to look at the top. We don't want to look at elite. We don't want to sit here as an Emerald and be like, I'm going to be elite in 2019 and not take the steps to get there. Like you can't just get there. You have to, one step at a time. We've got to get you to Diamond. We've got to get you having coaches earning Success Club. We've got to have you get coaches who are signing coaches, who are building volume. Your goal as you're building a team is to have your coaches on the volume board every week that I'm tagging, your coaches on the Success Club graphic. You be a top recruiter on that graphic so that the coaches can follow you. Then you have top recruiters join you on that graphic, right? It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling when you're reaching those goals, but it is an even better feeling watching your coaches reach those goals. Like the excitement I get for recognizing you guys for your success is far superior than if my coach was recognizing me for my success. I'm like, all right, thanks. But it's not as exciting to me. It was in the beginning. I was like, oh, cool, ooh, look at me, right? And now I'm just like, this is what I need for you guys. There's nothing more pressing for me. Like almost every day, I'm like, one of the goals I keep writing over and over and over again is to have more six-figure earners on Team Passion, more six-figure earners on Team Passion, more six-figure earners on Team Passion. It's something I write constantly in my journal because that's what I want, not necessarily 5 stars, elite, premier, all of those corporate things that, you know, they want us to shoot for. It's because you'll hit those, but it's that I want you to be a six-figure earner. That's just key to me. Making $2,000 a week in this business as a great start, like how would that feel? Like $1,000 a week is $52,000, so that's awesome. Let's double that. Let's head right up. But you can't do that selling challenge packs by yourself. You've got to do it with building a team of people who are selling challenge packs. You want your left volume and right volume coaches. Like you don't want to see all of your coaches having 90 PV. Like you want to see 200 PV, 300, 400, 500. You want them on that volume graphic because if they are producing and selling, their income's going up and your income's going up. And there's a lot of momentum swinging in that direction. So, yeah. So we will just get going right away in 2019. We're still going strong in 2018. We'll make sure you're set up to know how to reach all those goals and to make sure that you're building a strong team. We have an onboarding process. You don't have to create it. We've got it. We've got the coach modules. We've got the coach basics. We've got the business opportunity. You can put me on a call with your new coaches. We have a recorded Getting Started Right call. You know, the most important thing is not for someone to learn how to navigate their coach online office or how to set up a share cart. The most important thing is for someone to know why they want to do this and see the big vision of how it can change the course of their future and their financial freedom. Like you've got to tap in, just like you do with the value and tapping into the emotions of selling a challenge pack, you've got to tap into the emotions of your coaches. What do coaches really want? And when someone tells you, I just want to help people and make money, that's not the answer. So do I, but that's not real. That's not real. You got to get deeper than that. Go real deep on what a day in the life of a full-time Beachbody coach living in complete freedom will look like. And journal that out. Journal a day in the life. When I was working personally with Chalene Johnson, I did a journaling exercise, however many years ago that was, 4. What would your ideal work week look like? Working Monday through Thursday from 9 to 2. And that's exactly what I do now. The rest, I work the rest of the weekend. You don't see me disappear till Monday at 9 once Friday comes around, right? But I don't work that much. The rest is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So start really thinking about what you want and what's that going to look like. And make, it doesn't have to, I know you say, have a why that makes you cry. If you're not a crier, it's okay. But have that, like, you should be nervous every day when you wake up and you start that business. It's not going to ever, that nervous feeling shouldn't ever go away. I actually said that to Mark the other day, or a couple weeks ago. I was like, I'm too complacent right now because I'm not nervous every day. And so I recognize that I've gotten too complacent. I need to get nervous again. I need to message scary people again. I need to start making scary posts again. Like, it just, you got to be reminded of that. So, all right, the Energizer's kicked in, and I could keep going, but I won't. Have an amazing night. Thank you. Does anyone have anything? Actually, I know I'm trying to read all your comments, but everyone's good. We're ready. We're going to kick some butt. We're going to finish this launch strong. This launch isn't even close to being over. So keep launching, Shanti. Keep sharing. Keep being amazing. Keep posting in the business activity tracker. Be you. Be real. And bless you, Cindy. And have an amazing night, guys. And we'll talk soon. Good night.